creating and using string-based criteria queries. This chapter describes how to create weakly typed string-based criteria API queries. Overview of string-based criteria API queries. String-based criteria API queries. String-based queries are Java programming language queries that use strings rather than strongly typed metamodel objects to specify entity attributes when traversing a data hierarchy. String-based queries are constructed similarly to metamodel queries, can be static or dynamic, and can express the same kind of queries and operations as strongly typed metamodel queries. Strongly typed metamodel queries are the preferred method of constructing criteria API queries. The main advantage of string-based queries over metamodel queries is the ability to construct criteria queries at development time without the need to generate static metamodel classes or otherwise access dynamically generated metamodel classes. The main disadvantage to string-based queries is their lack of type safety, which may lead to runtime errors due to type mismatches that would be caught at development time when using strongly typed metamodel queries. For information on constructing criteria queries, see Chapter 35, Using the Criteria API to Create Queries. Creating string-based queries. To create a string-based query, specify the attribute names of entity classes directly as strings, rather than the attributes of the metamodel class. For example, this query finds all pet entities where the value of the name attribute is Fido. Criteria query. Pet. CQ equals CB. Create query pet. Class. Root. Pet. Pet equals CQ. From pet. Class. CQ, where CB equal pet. Get name, Fido. The name of the attribute is specified as a string. This query is the equivalent of the following metamodel query. Criteria query. Pet. CQ equals CB. Create query pet. Class. Metamodel meter equal M. Get metamodel. Entity type. Pet. Pet equal M. Entity pet. Class. Root. Pet. Pet equals CQ. From pet. Class. CQ. Where CB equal pet. Get pet. Name, Fido. Note, type mismatch errors in string-based queries won't appear until the code is executed at runtime, unlike the above metamodel query, where type mismatches will be caught at compile time. Joins are specified in the same way. Criteria query. Pet. CQ equals CB. Create query pet. Class. Root. Pet. Pet equals CQ. From pet. Class. Join. Owner. Address. Address equal pet. Join owners. Join addresses. All the conditional expressions, method expressions, path navigation methods, and result restriction methods used in metamodel queries can be used in string-based queries. In each case, the attributes are specified using strings. For example, here is a string-based query that uses the in expression. Criteria query. Pet. CQ equals CB. Create query pet. Class. Root. Pet. Pet equals CQ. From pet. Class. CQ. Where pet. Get color. In brown, black. Here is a string-based query that orders the results in descending order by date. Criteria query. Pet. CQ equals CB. Create query pet. Class. Root. Pet. Pet equals CQ. From pet. Class. CQ. Select pet. CQ. Order by CB. Desk pet. Get birthday. Executing string-based queries. String-based queries are executed similarly to strongly typed criteria queries. First, create a javax. Persistence. Type query object by passing the criteria query object to the entity manager. Create query method and then call either getSingleResult or getResultList on the query object to execute the query. Criteria query. Pet. CQ equals CB. Create query pet. Class. Root. Pet. Pet equals CQ. From pet. class, CQ, where CB, equal pet, get name, Fido, type query, pet, Q equal M, create query CQ, list, pet, results equal Q, get result list.